Last night I took my kids out to watch the newest Pokemon movie and watch our little yellow friend try to solve a murder. The real mystery, is this movie any good? Grab some rubber gloves, because we're going to dust for prints and go deep inside Detective Pikachu. Where does one begin when trying to dissect this film and all of its merits and all of its negatives? Because there's a bit of both, honestly. Let's start with the pros. I'm feeling a little generous today. This is a very pretty looking movie. The animation, the character design, everything is very well done. The realistic setting they put them in, I think works phenomenally, and I honestly always wanted to see this type of movie. Not the Detective Pikachu thing, but the live action quasi-realistic style they went with. There's this neon look to everything, which I appreciated since it has that kind of detective-y feel. Think Kids Bop presents Blade Runner. Visually, this thing's an A for me. It's got some great shots, great characters. Nostalgia's on point too. If you grew up with the video games or the TV show or the cards, or I'm sure there's comics, there's everything Pokemon. If you grew up with any of that, or all of that, I think you're going to find a lot here that you're going to enjoy. I wouldn't consider myself a hardcore Pokemon fan by any means. I know enough to be dangerous. I could easily tell you the first 151. After that, it's just kind of a, pick some spices here and there. I can list some off, but I couldn't tell you the whole set. And I really love the first 2 or 3 seasons of the TV show. I love the theme song, loved Ash Ketchum, loved my Brock and my Misty. Just a great cast of characters, Team Rocket, that whole thing. So when this movie hit, it was live action. It didn't have Ash. It wasn't doing the traditional Pokemon training thing, going through the Elite Four and all that stuff. I was let down. The whole Detective Pikachu thing didn't really appeal to me at first, especially when I found out he was going to be voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Separated, I love both of these things. I love my Van Wilder, love my Pikachu. Best Pokemon. I know it's kind of lame to say that, but Pikachu's superior. I think he's great. Let's get down to brass tacks, though. Does it work in the film? Yeah, I guess it does. There's no real standout dialogue. I can't think back on the movie to like a one-liner that really worked. It's not like Deadpool, which people are saying this is Dedachu or Pikapool. It's not. I can't think of really anything outside of him saying damn a couple times, which was just kind of odd to me. The story revolves around a character named Tim Goodman, played by Justice Smith. Tim's in a low place when this movie starts. He doesn't really want anything to do with the whole Pokemon lifestyle. He wants to be an insurance salesman or something of that nature. I can't even remember. That's just kind of window dressing, though, to really get this partnership moving between him and the Pikachu he runs into. Now, he can understand this one, and that's because he has this vial that he inhales. It's got this purple shit, and it makes him able to hear Pikachu, and the reason why is unclear until the end of the film. And once you get to the end of the film, your brain has turned to mush, because this is the dumbest script I've witnessed in quite some time. Come for the nostalgia and the visuals, stay for nothing else. There's twists in this that make no sense. The overall plot by the villain here is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, the cartoon has much sharper, much smarter plots than this. John Wick is the story of a hitman who loses his wife and her final parting gift, which is a dog, and he goes on a killing spree to seek justice. That runs for an hour and a half. This Pokemon movie is around that. It's like an hour 44 or something. And for some reason, it thought it needed to have a plot so complex and so stupid that A, kids won't know what the hell's going on, and B, parents will want to forget what's going on. So it doesn't work as a kid's movie, and it doesn't work as an adult movie. It's just somewhere in the middle. It's some messy middle ground that just has me shaking my head constantly. This is a murder mystery. It requires quite a bit of dialogue between the two leads. It's not very sharp dialogue. It's pretty dumbed down. But there's also a lot of slower moments. So kids are going to be just waiting for the next Bulbasaur appearance or Gengar to fly around. Thankfully, they're present. There are a ton of Pokemon in this. There are callbacks to the video game. There are callbacks to the TV series. People that have never seen them wouldn't understand. That's fine. It's nice to have those little tips of the hat. There are also certain characters that do things I had no idea they could in the original canon. It seemed like they changed it just for the convenience of this plot. But I digress. None of that really matters that much to me, as much as just the head-scratching nature of the storyline. If you're wondering how much actual Pika Pika comes out of Pikachu's mouth, it's like 2 times. The rest is Ryan Reynolds. Psyduck is pretty prominent. I liked Psyduck. I honestly liked all the Pokemon. I don't want to spoil the ones that are in there that you haven't seen in the trailer. And there are some really funny segments in this. The Mr. Mime one really stands out. There's some fun lick-a-tongue stuff. It's PG. It's clearly made for families. It's made for kids. It's a little messy. I guess I would associate it to like a Scooby-Doo live action. That's what it felt like. There are comical characters in this. There are like straight man characters, but then there's these weird dumb characters. Like one of the boss guys has his shades like way forward and they're gigantic, and he's kind of slapsticky and doofusy. And the reporter girl is over the top with her acting, kind of a Misty style character. It's watchable. It's bonkers. I was just hoping for something a bit more than this. I guess the biggest takeaway I got from this is it's an experiment that for the most part succeeds in telling me that they can make a truly amazing Pokemon movie live action if they wanted to. And hopefully we get one down the road.